Because here's the thing. Virginia, you have a you have a mindset, like you said. If you come into that game, Virginia starts out 8-3. You're like, well, so what are we doing after? It's like
as a fan.
Yeah, as a fan, you're like, yep. They come on out, and Virginia is creeping into UK territory, where you watch the game. I'm talking the game specific. Where, to be honest, we tend to have a loserish attitude during the game. I'm guilty. Watched the Kentucky game this year. Kentucky went on that little run, start second half. I'm like, well, we can shut it down now. All right. Well, I know how this game's going to go. And it's like Virginia, maybe even worse. I have that where you're like, well, you're down 5. I mean, the moment Virginia took the lead listen to this. Virginia's running off the court last year in the Yum Center. They're running off the court. Louisville's up 8 or 10. Me and you were looking at each other going, well, we blew that. We literally looked at each other and both of us said, well, we blew that first half. Game's over. And Virginia come right out. They cut that 10-point lead to 3. They took a lead. Everybody in that place could have left. Because as soon as Virginia took that lead, everybody said, all right, cool, game over. So, anyways.
Aljays?
Yeah. We go into we're going to Aljays now, or are we going to stop by somewhere else? What are we going to do? That was the vibe in the place. Tomorrow, I'm interested to see kind of the energy that comes in there. Because at the end of the day, personnel-wise, team-wise, everything, I think coach-wise, after watching both games last year, Artisan water, simple truth.
Artesian.
Artesian.
Naturally balanced pH of 7.6.
That's pretty good. What do we got? 0 calories? 0?
100% 0 calories.
Here's the thing. Louisville's better in Virginia. And they're a lot better in Virginia, actually. But I'm curious to see what the vibe is in that place tomorrow as the game starts to go on.
Is this the kind of game that the fans can cause a win?
Yes.
Because I don't know. I don't think so.
See, I do.
Let me elaborate. I think the fan side of this is strictly for the fans. Like,
yeah.
Here's the thing. Against Wake Forest, the fans said, "No, we're gonna help y'all go get this one because this is a sleeper night." And I think the fans were almost understanding of the sleeper night. I don't think we were ever angry at the way our team was playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you were watching the game. This Virginia game is like, to me, it's almost like the Kentucky game. You know what I'm saying? We've got one will to Kentucky win. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's just what you weren't going to let happen, right?
Right.
We used the Virginia will on the David Padgett year. And we still find a way to blow it.
Right.
But what I'm saying about this one is, this is one of those demons I think you got to face on your own. And the fans
see, but here's the problem. I don't think it's the players' demon. I think it's the fans' demon. I think it's the vibe in the building that is just we're the ones that set through all that. Like, and I think it's our demon to conquer.
Is it a Coach Mack demon?
No, I think he outcoached Bennett last year. I think he I just don't think those two Virginia games were the most. We just don't have the horses they have last year to win these games, because I think you were better than them here.
The toughness.
Or the toughness. Fair enough. Yeah.
Last year's probably
but I think we were better here, and I think we were definitely better there. People, do people remember that game? You were up big in the second half. I just think at the end of the day, they had a team on a mission last year. Like, you knew that Virginia team was coming for the national championship.
Do you think you could put it in their head that they don't have a chance tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think you can bully Virginia out of a game?
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean with the
just like
player wise?
The actual on court stuff. Do you think you could like bully them?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, because here's the thing: they're 7-4. People like they're not chopped liver.
Virginia's not bad.
Yeah, like we're talking about them,
the ACC,
right? Yeah, we're talking about them like, oh, this year they don't have no. They're still Virginia.
Listen, they got what 6 guys on that team, 5-6 guys that won a national championship last year. I mean, you've got 2 guys that as the game was, there were 3 seconds on the clock.
And you have 2 guys that hit game-winning plays.
Yeah. I mean, they've got dudes. I mean, and they've got Jay Huff, who actually both games you lost last year was because of him.
Let me see where Jay Huff is on my notes. Let me see how far I got down before I went Jay Huff.
That's why I said, man, this game tomorrow, if they win this game tomorrow, like there's Steve Rummage is going to be, it's on.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question because this came through, and I promise you people, I didn't plan on diving straight into just 100% basketball Virginia talk.
Right.
And we're gonna have to talk about what are we gonna do after we win to lock.
Oh, absolutely.
We have to figure out something. Jay Huff has our number. Gut check time.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But it's not just Jay Huff. The combination of Jay Huff and Diakite is everything we want out of our bigs.
It's fair.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
The motor of Diakite, right? the way Diakite motor wise and catch and go straight up, quick decision, right?
Yeah.
Those 2 have been like Jay Huff. Fundamentally, he's going to dunk that ball.
Sure.
Quick catch, he's going to dunk it. Quick move, he's going to try to make it home. If our guys get the better of them, you go start making bets.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, is this the two most experienced big man tandem that we're going to see?
I would say so.
Or just the toughest overall?
I mean, definitely Diakite with toughness. Jay Huff, probably so. I mean, Jay Huff's a skilled dude. Jay Huff mirrors, like you said, Jay Huff is the guy. I mean, he stepped out against Louisville, knocked down some threes last year when they needed it.
And he's athletic, man.
Like I said, at Virginia, he's the only reason they beat you.
I mean, he caught alley-oop dunks backwards on us.
Oh, I know. Or you would have went into Virginia and beat them on senior night last year. And so, if Louisville comes out tomorrow and they just flat out get the better of Virginia, I'm in. Like, I'm in. I'm ready.
I mean, of course you're already in, but there's flaws that still work.
Yeah, and I think because look, man, I think if you execute, I don't necessarily think Louisville's going to win out.
What's good about Virginia this year to you? What do you when you're asked about Virginia? Give me just your dime store breakdown.
Well, I mean, I think that it's more for me. It's style, it's systematic.
Interchangeable years.
Because I think that Virginia is one of them teams that they never necessarily have the start. But I mean, you went. Yeah, I mean, he's got a decent team. They're top, but he's got Malcolm Brogdon and Justin Anderson. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, okay, and then they move on. And then you're like, yeah, but he's got. These guys, Yeah, and then they move on, and you're like, yeah, but, and then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, it's a system that you plug and play. He doesn't need big-time talented guys. He's shown that out of high school. Mm. He needs system guys that will do what he does. So the thing for me isn't really so much, I mean, of course, there's some from previous where I say I can look at personnel and I can say, okay, what sticks out to me? Well, it sticks out to me. I think that Kihei Clark is very mentally tough guard that you can't rattle. Diakite is going to test the physicalness, which
he is going to test your energy level all night long,
which I kind of like with Steve tomorrow. I think Diakite may be a godsend to Steve Enoch. So we'll see.
What do you mean, rattle his cage a little bit?
Yeah. Like I'm going to push you, I'm going to punch you, I'm going to hit you. And
I'll outwork you.
Yeah, and I love Jordan Moore against Virginia. He tore up Virginia last year with DeAndre Hunter guarding him. I'm curious to see what Virginia does because Tony Bennett knows he has nobody on that team who can guard Jordan. DeAndre Hunter couldn't do it. I know I got nobody this year can do it. So I'm curious to see the chess match tomorrow of what Tony Bennett puts together to guard Jordan Moore.
And see, meanwhile, on the other side of it, I'm so impressed with like last night. I really went back and watched their last 5.
Yeah,
they don't turn the ball over at all. Like they don't turn the ball over at all.
Yeah,
they pass sharp. They cut off the ball really sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's a worry for me. Kihei Clark gets anywhere on the court he wants to.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous because that's one of those, you're going to have to stay at home and you're going to have to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah.
Darius, Fresh, David, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Kihei Clark is going to be up under David Johnson. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, I don't want to say a bad matchup, but our guards are going to have to step up on the defensive end.
But I do like, and it sounds like I'm saying I like everything with
your matchups. You mean?
Well, yeah, but I do like David and Sam tomorrow too because I think David and Sam are naive enough to
not care.
Yeah, because Virginia doesn't really. They're not necessarily pit bulls.
They lull you into taking shots.
Right. Yeah,
kind of like we do.
Yeah. No, a lot like, except we have a few pit bulls, if you'll let me use that. We have a few guys that will say, okay, all right, go get them. Go get them. You know what I mean? They don't really do that. They bore you to death. Texter said it. The ball goes through the hoop. They wait 7 seconds. You know, like they.
Oh. You mean they don't push it back?
They lull you to death where you're like, I could throw that pass all the way across the court. You know, you're like, oh, no, you can't.
I could take this shot.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm open. I mean, like I could shoot this. Like, so against Virginia, if you're open, there's a reason. I mean, there really is. Like they're that good at what they do. But David and Sam may just be naive enough to not get it. You know what I mean by not get it. But to say I mean, their games have been close. Like, I watched the Clemson game.
Yeah, they snuck out with that one. North Carolina State beat them at Virginia. But it was a monster.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you what, I'm gonna get to this phone line. Green Bay Denny, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
What's up, fellas? Two things, and you just give me a second. I need to elaborate on one. The first one is this. You're talking about the game and fans, and this Virginia team's been a toothache for years for us playing them. I think you all brought up something a few weeks ago, and I called in about trust. Where do we trust this team? I think this is a game for the fans where I think if they win this game, we're all in. We trust them. We totally okay, we got something here. I mean, I'm already leaning that way over the last several games, obviously, but I think this is the game that puts that nail in the coffin, at least for me, and I think for a lot of fans, that trust thing that you all brought up a few weeks ago. And the second thing is, I got in an argument with my friend, Dave, about Darius Perry. And y'all were talking about grades the other day, and I thought Darius brought the energy with Sutton that got us going. He thought Perry played awful. And I can't get him on board with liking Perry. But I think Perry does stuff for us. We've got a ton of scorers on this team. But he does the things, those small things that we need with defense and things like that, energy, that I think he's invaluable. We need him on this team. He likes Fresh. I'm not a big Fresh fan. I'm trying to come on board with Fresh. But Perry, I just like Perry a lot because for what he does now, some of his shots are crazy, but I feel the same way with Nora.
Right.
I don't know. I just wanted to hear you all kind of break that down a little bit, maybe help me give an argument, or maybe he's just right. The Perry drives us all crazy, and we're going to get what we get. So I'll get off here and listen to you guys. Love the show. Talk to you guys later.
Listen, appreciate the call. I mean, the people who don't like Perry because the shots he takes look like ill-timed shots.
Yeah,
he takes a lot of hero shots, more or less. Like his shots try to blow the roof off. If Darius Perry played like a scoring guard, taking the ball to the basket, when he kind of what Coach says about Dwayne Sutton, when he gets lost in the game against just competing against the other team or the other guard, he plays a lot better. Like almost like he's better at playing one-on-one against his opponent.
Yeah.
In the confines of the game.
Sure.
But when he tries to set guys up and, he gets in trouble when he gets in the lane looking to pass.
Yeah.
Because people don't help out. Like, he grew up, when the double team comes, he can pitch it away.
Yeah.
You can tell he kind of has that attitude or had that attitude.
I'm really interested in him tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Probably more so than any player. Because my immediate reaction wants to be, by the way, I haven't even mentioned this on the show yet, but we have Shadon Brown, Louisville football defensive back coach, will be on with us at 11:05. I can't believe we haven't
That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't even mentioned that yet.
So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
yeah.
talking some football.
So we'll be talking some football there to start the second hour off. But tomorrow. But then I say,
Are you going like boom or bust?
kinda. But I'm also, when I turn around, I say, why do I not like Darius tomorrow? Darius been knocking down shots. Think he'll get shots. I think he'll.
I mean, I know why you're struggling with that one.
Yeah.
Because getting in the lane, you know what I'm saying, and coming to a jump stop, Virginia's just so disciplined on defense.
Yeah.
They're so disciplined on defense, and he's not, like, his passing in the lane or his getting himself in bad positions on the court can be exploited by Virginia.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I said, so that's what you kind of worry about.
So, like,
him.
yeah, I'm a little iffy on him tomorrow.
And again, teams that bait you into taking bad shots, and he kind of is the bad shot shooter.
I know.
You know
So it's almost like he's the type that it may be like, it could be boom or bust, because Darius can shoot the rock. So if he's on, he may light him up tomorrow. I mean, you can see Darius having 16 something. You're like, Darius got it going.
We end up right
And he
here.
can shoot you out the game.
I know. No, we always end up with here on Darius. The good shots are great.
Yeah.
And the bad shots are backbreakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess that's why we float around the boom and bust. I'll tell you what, we're going to have to stay on schedule. This is a professional day. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150 93.9 is the number on 939 Ville.
Join the Sports and Social Club on Friday, February 21st for the Ultimate Decades Party, as it's Flashback Friday at Sports.
Simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial pound law on your cell phone. That's pound 529, offices Louisville.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville. Not focus with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is our go-to drink when it's time for a pick-me-up around the office. Focus is a naturally energizing caffeinated sparkling water, so it's free of any of the bad stuff you find in sodas and energy drinks.
So pick up a Focus around Louisville at places like Kroger, Lucky's, Rainbow Blossom, Heine Brothers, Paul's Fruit Market, and CVS. And save 15% when you use code ESPN15 at drinkfocus.com. PHOCUS. Try it today.
With same-day pickup and delivery, you know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondeurs, and flambeurs, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Kroger, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Walk through history, char a barrel, and drink a cocktail. At Old Forester, we are far from your average tour. Experience the history of the only bourbon sold continuously for 150 years before, during, and after Prohibition. Old Forester Distilling Company offers tours and tastings Tuesday through Saturday at its home on Whiskey Row, 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of America's first bottled bourbon from grain to glass and see barrels handmade and fired in the on-site cooperage. Visit George's Bar at Old Forester Distilling Company, offering craft cocktails and flights from America's first bottled bourbon Tuesday through Saturday. Experience the history and production of bourbon in an immersive experience that's unlike any other at Old Forester Distilling Company, located on Whiskey Row at 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of the first bottled bourbon from grain to distillation to barreling, aging, and bottling. Following your tour, stop in George's Bar for a cocktail or flight of America's first bottled bourbon. Book your tour online today at oldforester.com. That's oldforester.com.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
With Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve.
150, 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Mark, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, fellas. Unfortunately, my concern for the game is that it's going to come down to free throws. And, we're going to have this murder ball where a 6-point lead seems like 12.
Right.
And, you're going to get that chance to tie it or go ahead. And if we don't shoot over 75% from the free throw line, it's going to be really tough when the margin of error is a couple of points.
Let me ask you this. Do you think this is a poor free throw shooting team?
They weren't in the beginning of the year.
I think he's got a good point. I don't tend to disagree.
Well, Mark, I appreciate the call. You think this game is going to come down to free throws?
I think it could. I'm not going to say what I think is going to happen.
I don't think either one of us are going to be living in the lane enough to be shooting a bunch of free throws.
Because if I say what I think is going to happen, you're going to get angry. I'm going to get angry. No, I'm not going to get angry, but you're going to get angry.
Go ahead and say it.
I think Louisville's going to bust them.
Oh, my God.
I do. I'm sorry. I really do.
My God.
I think we're going to bust them. I think the matchup is there.
We're used to this.
He's at it again.
I know, but I'm looking at the matchups from top to bottom, and I'm just like,
I'm listening. Okay,
this is all over, man.
Okay, sell me on it. Sell me.
Okay, I mean, well, I've told you right off the bat. I think Steve and Malik.
See what you did, Mark.
Listen, I think Steve and Malik are great matchups in this game
with Huff and
with Huff and with and I'm curious to see how they play that, because you can't play them together. They can't play Huff and Diakite together because reason number one, you got nothing for Jordan. You've got nothing for Jordan Nwora tomorrow. Jordan Nwora should have a field day.
Okay, when
tomorrow.
you say Jordan Nwora, are we talking about shooting threes?
Game in general.
I mean, because Jordan's not gonna take it to the basket.
I think he will. I think Jordan.
I don't think.
I think Virginia's the type of. I think they are the type of defense because they.
You don't think they stop penetration better than any team we play?
Yes, but that's kind of what Jordan wants. He doesn't really want to get to the rim. So they stop his penetration, and they're going to put him right where he wants to be. About 8 feet out.
Comfortable step back.
Yeah, and he puts it in. So there's that. Braxton Key matching up with Dwayne Sutton. Thank you. I'll have another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I look down the list here, I'm just like, well, I just gave Kihei Clark props. I still don't think he's great. I think you can't rattle him, sure.
He might live on a free throw line.
Could. Ryan McMahon.
But not at home, right? They can't live on a free throw line in the Yum Center.
Oh,
right?
yeah. No, Ryan McMahon is as hot as he's ever been right now. Like,
and he won't get exposed this time.
No, absolutely not.
And I'm not saying this time. He won't have one of those tough athletic matchups that get him off the court.
Right.
Like guarding Kyle Guy or.
The pace Louisville tends to play is not what Virginia wants to play. Rick Pitino.
Are they going to be better at controlling the pace than we are?
I don't think so. Because I think we play the same pace. There's no pace to control in this game. It's my dudes against your dudes. Hey, we want to play at the pace you want to play at. We don't play fast. We'll get it out if we can. But that's not fast play. Rick played fast, so Virginia was. That's why I said, watch those games tonight when you go home. Everybody listening, watch 10 minutes of the game here and the game there
of last year,
and tell me Coach Mack didn't have a better game plan. Did not have a better plan for Tony Bennett. I've been screaming this though for a year.
And when you
now.
say plan, you say my plan is Jordan Nwora and Malik stepping out.
Yeah, no.
Or Steven stepping out.
When I play your style, look, I've got. I mean, Louisville last year may have had straight up better players at a lot of positions. I think Virginia just had a better team. They were just. I mean, that team was just like they were.
They were a good team.
Oh, they were a great team. They weren't just a good team. They were a great team. Yeah. So, like, I mean, they just what they had together and how they played and the mission they had. It's tough to beat a team like that, but they don't have that now. Like, I really think Louisville. I'm not saying they win by 30, but I mean, I think Louisville can handle their business.
Can control the game.
I think they're going to, and I think they're going to handle their business.
It's
tomorrow.
going to be rocking in there.
I know. Like, so that's why I say I almost hate to even say it, but I mean, I think there's a lot there that points to Louisville coming out, taking care of business, doing what they do and walking away with a double-digit win.
Double-digit win.
It could be 11.
Is there a line yet?
That's a good question.
Brian Hall, do you know if there is a line for the Louisville, Virginia game?
I'll double check it right now.
Oh, because like I said, I'm curious. Watching, but I'll tell you this: this is the natural evolution of myself. This
Currently no line.
This period of time for me is they're a back-to-back championship team.
And God can't keep letting Lachlan, right? Did you see him walk past here just then? He come by in here earlier, and he had his Virginia National Championship shirt on
today,
and he was looking for you.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
You know, it's funny. Like I pull out the garage, right?
Yeah.
And I normally have to use the phone. Like imagine this, people. Locke has a heavy foot, right?
Sure.
I mean, this is something he acknowledges.
He does.
Okay, so when I leave this garage, you know, I usually park right outside the garage because I got phone service and all that. When I watch Lachlan fly by, I always, because it always catches my attention, right?
Yeah, his license plate. God. Oh, God.
People, I'm telling you, there is nothing more Locke than when you see his license plate and it has 3 letters on it. UVA. And it's a legit Kentucky license plate. Ooh. And it's like,
I'm shocked that one wasn't taken.
Think about that. He is the only man in the state of Kentucky rocking a UVA license plate. And it just makes you sick every time he drives by.
Yes.
Because you know how much he's enjoying it.
Yes.
Kind of like we piss people off just by enjoying our win so much.
Yeah.
Enjoying our football, enjoying our Louisville sports.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what he does.
Yes.
When he drives by.
Yeah, man. It's so there's that aspect of it. But I
was impressed with Diakite.
Oh, of course I am. Of course I am.
Because going into this season, and I started seeing his name on, like, if Jordan wasn't Player of the Year, I saw him being suggested. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, he's a role player guy. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at the development, he has developed so much, and he is just so active.
Yeah.
His outside shot has come along big time. He has great legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay Huff on those out, like this is the game where Caller, who doesn't like Malik and Steve pick and roll, hedging and all that stuff, this is the game that they're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna give up some stuff. Because those guys got good hands.
Yeah.
And they finish pretty quick.
But we're shooting the ball at such a high level right now.
When they're locked in.
You don't think they're not going to be locked in tomorrow?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, yeah.
I mean, but even against Wake, nobody talks about it. Do you know how many threes we hit against Wake? Let me double check my math here just to be sure.
Yeah, I remember early on we were laughing because we were like, they're actually shooting really good.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, they were knocking.
Wake was killing it.
Right. No, they were knocking shots down. I'm pulling this up. Listen to this. What? Against Wake Forest, Louisville hit 14 threes.
Out of 30 what?
28.
14 of 28.
14 threes.
You were 50% on the head.
Like that's ridiculous.
Nikki, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Okay, I think Louisville will win by 8 tomorrow, and I look for George. I look for Perry and Johnson to have a big game. I think it's going to be the difference in the game tomorrow.
You said Perry and Johnson?
Right.
What reason in particular?
Well, I think Johnson, can get the ball at places that we need to, that's important. Perry's defense, and I think Perry County gets up for these kind of games, and we're going to have to play really good defense. And I know they play a good, strong defense too. But I think Perry can excel in these kind of games.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate the call. I will say this: I think Darius is getting better about keeping his hands out of the cookie jars, so to speak. You know, like I said, he always gets the one extra aggressive foul, but he's getting less of them. You know, he's getting more possessions with good pressure versus not ending with the bad foul.
Yeah,
but I don't know, just him rubbing off those screens all game long is just, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be like surgery.
Yeah,
it's gonna look like absolute surgery.
Yeah, I know. It's and again, that's what I said. They are.
It's Virginia time. We don't need specialty stuff.
No, yeah, no.
It's
I
Virginia.
Don't need, right. I don't need that.
Look, when you don't think you're going to have a good turnout, that's when you go get the specialty stuff.
Yeah.
You need the extra. Everybody's dying to get in there. Just get, and I'm glad they handled their business against Wake Forest too. I'm glad they came back and put a good number on Wake Forest just to have people thinking they're going to see Louisville exercise a demon.
Yeah, no, and that's what I say. So no, you don't need anything, but they are recognizing the 1980 team. That's cool.
Stay tuned in, coach, safeties coach, Shadon Brown. We're going to take a quick commercial break just to stay on rhythm. Man, we could talk about Virginia matchup all day long.
Oh, I'm ready for this one, man.
I
can't wait for tomorrow.
I might just go down there tonight.
And we got 12:30 tomorrow. Little committee action too. Top 16.
That is tomorrow. We're going to talk about that next hour as well.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
lose a guy like that, I think at times in football we say, "Oh, we'll be all right," but to
next man up sounds
to Coach
great.
Brown, it's like, man, you lose a guy like that right before that game, you're like, God, so. I'm interested to kind of hear some of that. Hear how the guys are progressing a little bit.
Do you want to clean up any?
Yeah, while we're waiting real quick, I will say this. We will be tomorrow at Al J's 4:00 game. We'll be there at 3:00. Louisville's back in action. You'll hear that. Keep it locked right here on ESPN Louisville. Join Marcus Maben and myself for the Louisville basketball pregame show at the Galt House at 3 p.m. on 93.9 The Ville. Then immediately after, I'll be on the Coors Light postgame show. You never know. We get blowing them out real good. You never know what could happen with Marcus. It's possible, but I will definitely have it. It'll be over at Impalazzeri's Pizza, which I do love over there. So, and they always bring out this massive pizza, and
it's not hard to get over there.
No, it's real easy. So we'll see what happens, man. Because there's always a good atmosphere over there too. So we'll be doing that. You'll hear live from Chris Mack, Player Sound, and more. And then look, if you can't make it over there, after that show's over, I'm going, especially if they win, I'm going straight back to Al J's.
You know what?
And going to finish the night up there.
I think I'll have the Victory cigars over there.
Absolutely. Oh, no, this is a Victory cigar game.
This is
yeah.
Is this going to be the biggest home game? The biggest conference home game this year?
Left? Probably. Carolina... Still, I think Carolina brings the people out.
I was trying to ask that question. Is Carolina? I don't even care what
No, but tomorrow, I think tomorrow is where I would be surprised with it being 4:00 on a Saturday that tomorrow wasn't the best crowd of the year. Maybe so far. Maybe best crowd of the year previous and going forward.
And any rumors of weather dusting?
Yeah,
I don't see.
And don't worry about us. Look, we don't get hung up waiting. Look, because we understand coaches are busy. So hey, when they call. We got conversations ready to go. So we're not one of those. We're not just going to flub around. That's no particular shot at anybody. I'm just saying, so we'll move right on with conversation. And if Coach Brown gets the call, hey, but you know what? When it comes to coaches, you may be talking to a recruit. And at that point, hey, have at it, bro. We'll get with you later on in the show, or we'll get with you on Monday.
Or I'll get with you over at the game.
Mm-hmm. Right. So if Coach Brown does get to call in here, we'll get with him. If we'll change course real fast.
Yeah. I try to give it a couple extra seconds.
Same. But it's 11:08 though,
and it's still Virginia.
Yeah. So we'll if he gets in here, we'll get him. If not, we'll get with him eventually.
So you're gonna be comfortable digging knee deep right back into Virginia.
Yeah, I am. We'll sharp left if Coach Brown gets in here, and if not, we'll keep rolling on.
What's more important, backcourt or front court, to have a good game for Victory? 8150 93.9 is the number. 3831 93.9 is the text line. The YouTube channel is rolling. Made for the Ville. Who, if you had to pick, backcourt, front court? Oh, actually, I'll separate them into wings.
Okay.
Front court, back court, or wings. We're gonna put Sam in the wing category, Jordan in the wing category, and Dwayne in the wing category.
Okay.
We're gonna go big man.
Yep.
Steven and Malik.
Yeah.
We're gonna go guards. We're gonna put Ryan in.
Guards. Yeah.
He doesn't really handle the ball like that. He's more.
Yeah.
He might be more wing.
That's fair. Well, whether you put Ryan there or not, my answer is wings. Because I think that you win the game tomorrow with Dwayne and Jordan.
So with like shooting and open court stuff.
Yeah. What I love, Steve and Malik to just dominate. Sure, that'd be awesome too. I think you could win the game that way. I think you could win it with the guards dominating. I know you win the game tomorrow if your wings dominate.
So if Jordan and Dwayne are the two people you say, give me two players that give you a win. Two players that play good that give you a win.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'll stick with it. I think Jordan and Dwayne. Yeah, I think if Jordan and Dwayne dominate tomorrow, you win the game. Because here's the thing. In a year where, and we don't get to say this often, recently in a year where you're just clearly better personnel wise than Virginia. I think you have to
be better where you're better at.
Where you're significantly better, and you're significantly better in my mind in with those two guys. Even though Jordan's technically playing the 4, he still plays the wing. So
his buckets are not going to come in the paint.
Braxton Key's 6'8". He's a good size dude.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's a good size dude. And I think he'll draw Jordan, I would imagine. But after him, man, I mean, a lot of your playing, is coming from. I mean, they have some height. I mean, Virginia's got some height, but man, I'm talking the number.
Can DJ get in the lane against them?
Yeah. Kihei Clark, 5'9".
He ain't 5'9". He's not bigger than 5'7".
They got Jaden Nixon, 6'3", 5'9". Chase Coleman, 6'3". Casey Morcell, Cody Statman, 6'7". They got him listed at guard.
Braxton Key, J Huff. There's 4 guys that worry me. Key, Huff.
Yeah, but can you have them all on the floor at the same time against Louisville? That's going to be the big question for Virginia.
I mean, Diakite and Huff won't be on.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, but outside of that, unless they just go full, attacking the boards. But I think we've shown we can get out in transition a little too quick for them to attack the offense.
I know. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, man.
But that's just with David in the game.
Sure.
I think he pushes it intelligently, a lot more basketball IQ friendly than anybody else.
Fair enough. But I don't know.
And this will be a great game to test your basketball IQ.
Yeah. I mean, and if Louisville just handles. See, the thing is with Louisville, man, is if Louisville just handles what they do, that's where I think my confidence comes from. In playing Virginia before, I felt like Louisville needed to do a little more than what they do to win the game. This year, I don't feel like that at all. I think Louisville just does what they do. It don't matter. That's why I said earlier. So even if Virginia plays well,
the game will be more dependent on what we do.
Yeah. Because I think even if Virginia plays well, it doesn't necessarily affect us.
I went back and watched the replay. Because I watch all wins replays. I love them. Listening to, first of all, the referees were nowhere near as bad as I thought
against
at the game against Wake.
Yeah, I agree. I think the problem was they had 2 or 3 really bad calls, and that kind of makes you feel like everything was bad. Yeah.
I almost want to owe a retroactive apology.
Yeah.
And number 2, I thought Dawkins did pretty good.
No, I thought Dawkins was awesome. I went back and watched the replay.
What stood out to you?
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, listening to him, because you can like him or hate him, whatever, but he's played a lot of basketball and he's coached a lot of basketball. He was genuine when he said, "This is the first time I've seen this team in person. They look incredible."
And he was harsh about the movement, which I enjoy. He was spot on.
Yeah, I see.
They are not moving the ball right now.
Yeah, I actually didn't think he was unfair at all with Louisville. I mean, I thought even his calling out of Malik a few times, I thought was kind of on point.
Yeah, when I saw the replay, I could see if I'm watching this as an outsider.
But I remember being pretty unhappy with Malik. See, that's why our grading segment is hard sometimes, because I look back at stats, like you just said, retroactively, and I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe it was but I would love sometimes I try to just feed off my in-game emotion. And I remember being really unhappy with Malik the other night.
Does David Johnson, and this is a total left turn, does David Johnson remind you of Reese Gaines at all?
Hmm.
Kind of like a hard dribbler, kind of like a unorthodox point
When you
guard.
say that, yeah.
Just to dribble in, and that I can get in the lane with the.
Well, because Reese, it was
Kinda
hard
like
to convince yourself Reese was a point guard.
Right.
Because you're like, no, he's a 2 guard that's playing point. But that's not the case. That wasn't the case.
Well, yeah,
Reese was a point guard.
I was just thinking about it, and now I'm watching those 2 guys, like the way they attack with the hard dribble. You know what I'm saying? Kind of strong dribblers, and just stay real square to the basket.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good call, man. I think that's a real good call because, like I said, when you watch Reese Gaines play, and I watched a lot of him, he's one of my favorite players ever at Louisville. You watch him play, and you never felt like he was
traditional
a point guard. He looked like a 2 guard playing point guard, even the way he moved. But his game was that of a point guard.
It was effective.
David, if I told you we moved David to the 3,
he'd just be
I think you'd be like, oh, he's 6'5" wing.
Yeah, like it would look natural.
He can shoot. Maybe not a great shooting wing, but he can get to the rim. I think you would feel natural about a 6'5" wing, David Johnson. If I said, okay, well, we got Christian Lander or we got Zion Harmon for next year, and we're going to start them at the point, David or Jay at the 2, and David at the 3.
Did you say Jay?
Yeah.
Just throw that one in there.
No, yeah, no, what? No, that wasn't Freudian. I knew what I was saying. He will start.
Oh, I was saying about him being here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I had that conversation with somebody, and they're like, if he comes, do you think? I'm like, don't do that. He will start.
Listen, I'm not a guy who says you need to promise starting positions. In recruiting.
Yeah,
he would be one I would just say, you go ahead and guarantee him a starting job.
Yeah, 5-star caliber Jay Scrub, 5-star Jalen Withers. Like, I'll throw that in there because everybody's like, "What are we gonna do with the 4 next year?" I'm like, "Well, you do. Okay, never mind." You got this guy. Okay, all right.
You didn't even explain it,
right? Just watch next year. You're fine. Just we'll figure it out. Just call in next year after we start.
As I'm watching them cheer for this class, I'm thinking, I hope y'all are toughing it up right now.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not happening in the game.
Yeah.
But I hope. And here's the thing. You're starting to get to this part of the season, too, where y'all are not really going at the OGs real hard anymore.
Sure. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, and here's the thing. I think David has joined that group. I don't know if Sam has yet. I think Sam still has to. I think Sam's still proving a little bit.
You think Sam's still going like 1,000 miles an hour in practice?
I think David has joined. I saw a video yesterday of David on the training table. It's funny because, like I said yesterday, Nickelberry is hashtagging everything with "This is your hometown hero." David's on the training table getting a Band-Aid on a little cut on his knee, and they're Fred Heenan is like, well, you're gonna wear tights, right? Mm-hmm. You can hear him talking. And David's like, yeah, but he's getting that little scratch, It's like, I'm like, okay, David has moved into the upper class. Yeah. David's an upperclassman now.
Yeah,
or you know what I'm saying.
Takes the day off.
Yeah. It's like that's one of those things where now Sam, I think he's probably still trying to. You're still proving a little bit.
Yeah, still minutes.
Because look, the coaches are having the same conversations with him that we're having on radio. Sam, played you 29 minutes. That's not a lot of production in 29 minutes. Mm-hmm. Now, I like what you're doing. I like all that. But if you want 29 minutes ever again, that's got to happen. Yeah, J.J. Traynor the other night, what about him? 38 points, 20 rebounds.
Say that again.
38 points, 20 rebounds.
Where's he going to school at?
And he had more stats, too. I'm stopping at points and rebounds.
Where's he going to school at?
He's going to Louisville.
When? 2026?
Next year. Yeah, right. Right, next year.
You mean Jason Osborne's son, J.J. Traynor?
That's pretty good. Jeans.
38 and 22.
That's ridiculous.
I tell you what, we'll take our last commercial break and reset this up. 8150-939 is the number on 939 The Ville.
If you hear basketballs bouncing, that must mean the weather's getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH, get 18-month special financing on a qualifying Trane system. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval.
Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Results may vary. See website for details. 2020 is here, and so is finally having 2020 vision. Now is the time to get your free LASIK exam at Jaffe LASIK to see if LASIK is right for you. LASIK can be a life changer, literally giving you 2020 vision in minutes. Don't wait any longer, because it's by far the best time to see if LASIK can work for you. That's right. If you're looking for LASIK in Louisville, Jaffe Custom LASIK has advanced custom LASIK technology, and now for the best price of just $295 per eye. Jaffe is the choice for fast, easy, and affordable LASIK. Jaffe LASIK can correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye in Louisville. Start your 2020 with 2020 vision. Schedule your free LASIK exam today to see if LASIK is right for you. Dial ** 2020 or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Call and schedule your free LASIK exam. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Dial ** 2020. The exam is absolutely free. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now. That's ** 2020. Dial ** 2020.
Genesis Diamonds makes Valentine's more romantic than ever this year with a spectacular offer. Just spend as little as $199 on a fabulous piece of jewelry, and we'll give you fresh cut flowers, a box of chocolate, and a fabulous dinner absolutely free. This is an offer only Genesis Diamonds can make. Just buy any jewelry for $199 or more, and we'll give you some fresh cut flowers from Nan's and Craft Florists, a box of chocolates, and a gift card for her dinner at Louisville's exquisite French restaurant Brasserie Provence on Hurstbourne Parkway. Voted best dinner spot, and you're going to love the collection of affordable Valentine's gifts we've put together. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, all the gifts women love. Make Valentine's one to remember this year with one-stop shopping. Pick out that perfect gift at Genesis Diamonds. Spend as little as $199, and we'll give you the flowers, the chocolates, and the Brasserie Provence gift card at no charge. Our treat. Genesis Diamonds, where Louisville gets engaged. Shelbyville Road Plaza next to Trader Joe's. Supplies limited. See store for details.
Mark and Cindy's house was what you might call cozy, with just enough room for their family of 4. Then the twins came along, and life in that house got downright crazy. So Mark and Cindy's family of 6 got themselves a bigger house. And even though they changed their address, they kept their insurance company the same, Kentucky Farm Bureau. Because it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau, it's Mark and Cindy's the more the merrier Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you.
Hey Cards fans, Zach here, one of the owners of Great Flow Brewing Company. I'm pleased to announce that our new restaurant at 12717 Shelbyville Road in the Old Wicks is now serving beer, full menu food, wine, and liquor. We hope you can come out to watch the next Louisville basketball game with fellow fans and cheer us right along as we get to the meat of the ACC schedule. We open at 11 a.m. every day with happy hours from 2 to 6 p.m. Hope to see you there.
We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
This is Luke Hancock. As a financial advisor with ClearPath Financial of Raymond James, we recognize each person, family, or business has a unique financial situation that requires a tailored and strategic approach. We commit our energy, resources, and knowledge to simplify the financial planning process and help clients reach their goals. Finances can be complex, but it doesn't have to feel like brain surgery or a foreign language. We help with things like planning to get you to and through retirement, preserving your wealth, building a legacy, and many more wealth management solutions. Bottom line, you want someone you can trust who's going to put you first to help you break through and reach your financial goals. Come see us for a comprehensive financial review. We're right next to Trinity High School in the heart of St. Matthews at 4070 Westport Road, Louisville, Kentucky. Or call us at 502-805-4000. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
This is Marcus Maven, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maven, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 939 is the station. People, we are down to our last segment. We're down to our last segment before it's going to be game day. Like, that adrenaline level is
talking about.
totally picking up in here.
It's not just a game day. It's Virginia game day.
I know. It's a heck of a sports weekend, man. I mean, especially tomorrow in general. Like,
you talking about XFL?
Yeah, I kind of am. Like, the XFL, I think, is intriguing.
I'm going to at least watch the first weekend and see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be super awesome if I can find a replacement for football and actually be able to watch football for another couple months.
What's the excitement level
about it?
What is the excitement level of XFL right now?
I don't think there's necessarily excitement level, but I think there's intrigue. Because the rule changes and the way they're going about things, it's not too gimmicky. It's like they did it. Like I said, I knew when they hired Oliver Luck and they were hiring guys, and the coaches, you're getting Bob Stoops, you're getting Jim Jones. Do what?
That's, I think, the best part about it. I think that people are going to stay attached because of the coaches.
Oh, yeah.
The problem that they're going to have to be able to sustain this is, are they going to be able to keep star power with the players? Right now, there are some name brand players, if you go there, guys that people will recognize, like a Trent Richardson or something like that. But tell me if a guy like Trent Richardson goes out and is super successful in the XFL, that an NFL team's not going to sign him, and then they got to start over with their star power again the next year.
I think he missed this window, though.
Do what? Well, he might have, but I'm trying to use him as an example. Just like the name brand players, if they're good enough, then they're probably going to get signed by an NFL team the following year.
No, actually, I do expect a lot of recognizable names. It's just like Texter. He's probably signing a 5-star or getting a commitment from a 5-star. That's why Shadon Brown was a little too busy. I kind of lost my train of thought. Names. To me, it's just like going to the G League. You know, like if you're a college football fan, I think you're especially going to be excited about XFL. Because
I agree.
All the names of those guys that you thought, were surefire draft picks in the last 3 years that didn't make a team or didn't, and you're like, how did he not make it? It's going to be a lot of those on these teams, and you're going to recognize these guys. You're going to say, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a college nostalgia feel when you start seeing some names.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, even now when you look down the rosters, like I said, there's that, and I think that this is a way to get recognized, man. I don't mind if the XFL or if the NFL plucks from this. I actually hope they do.
Right.
Because if the NFL plucks from the XFL,
gives the credibility.
More people are going to go because you're going to go, well, dang, maybe I should. See, the problem with the Alliance League that tried to start something up last year or something was you're just trying to play the same game. You're just playing the same game. And that's not going to work. I mean, I think that with the star power, the production level, you're talking the people, they're going to be on Fox. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be on ABC and ESPN. You're talking about guys calling these games. Jesse Palmer's calling these games. People, you know
I
what I'm
didn't know
saying?
that.
Oh, the announcer list is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, when you look, I mean, let me pull it up real quick.
I think I could see too. We're talking about the XFL and the NFL kind of migrating, and I think I could see current NFL players maybe launching some broadcasting careers in their off season, maybe calling XFL games but playing in the NFL.
Eli Rogers is at the DC Defenders.
Yeah, there's a few little guys involved, man.
Cardell Jones.
Yeah.
The old Ohio State quarterback's there.
I saw an interview with him the other day.
Yeah.
Rob Smart, he hate me, and he going to play in the XFL just like, his old playing days.
Listen, it's Greg McElroy, Steve Levy, Tom Luganbill going to be calling games.
Who's a wide receiver for Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Greg Olson's going to be calling games.
Really?
Tom Hart, Pat McAfee. You're getting on here. I mean, this is
Dude,
like,
McAfee will be entertaining.
Oh, he'll be awesome. And he already, so I think that this time you're starting to, and you know me, I'm a big wrestling
Lance
guy.
Dunbar, your old boy.
Do what?
Lance Dunbar's in the league, the old Dallas
Cowboys.
I
know, yeah. Oh, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. But I think that this time is what you're going to get is people can, and I love wrestling, but I think people are actually separating the WWE and the XFL. Right. Whereas last time, I think it was a little too much. The XFL, the WWE or XFL is the WWE of football. Right. And you're doing all this crazy stuff when this time, watch how many of these rules get integrated into the NFL.
Yeah, and when you have, like I said, it also starts with the coaching thing. Like when you have coaches that won't let you disrespect the sport of football.
Yeah.
Traditional guys like, I know I'm not signing up for this, for the check. Like, I still want to be a part of football.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think the coaching names is enough to say we won't let this turn into a complete mockery. And they're not like, I want to be a star coach.
Yeah, so I'm legitimately into. Now, look, am I ever going to be as into it as I am the Dallas Cowboys or the NFL or college football? No. But I do think this could actually be a watchable product through the beginning of the summer for people.
Okay, so here we go. This weekend, the first official wait a minute, before we get into the 16th, can you just read that screenshot you showed me during the commercial break so we can get this out of our system? Because I don't want that dancing around in the back of my brain with I know what's going on, and people, I don't want to feel like people don't know what's going on right under their nose on a Friday.
Just for you to get it out of your system.
Oh, listen up, people. Listen closely. This is going on right now.
Dan Wetzel says, an ex-Nike AAU coach, Gary Franklin, testified in federal court today that under the direction of Nike's Carlton DeBose, he flew to Phoenix and gave $10,000 to the mother of DeAndre Ayton. While that's not a new allegation, it's the first time under oath. I'm sure the NCAA will address this with Nike. And if you really want to read, you can go read the other article that Yahoo put out today, or Sports Illustrated or Yahoo put out today, about how the informant that's been helping the NCAA, that's actually a serious criminal that should be in prison, but took a deal to help them, and is helping. The NCAA wrote a letter on his behalf to help him get out. Yeah, well, no, to help him to say he's been a model citizen and all this stuff. So, yeah.
Wait, you have to repeat that because I stepped on it a little bit. The criminal conspirator.
Yeah. Martin Blazer.
Yeah. Now keep going.
The NCAA wrote a letter to the law enforcement saying that he was been a great help to them and that he should be able to walk, and he actually did. He did. He got, that was a big story this week because this week he was granted probation instead of years of prison. So.
Didn't he steal like millions of dollars?
Yes.
So the guy who stole millions of dollars turned informant, turned setup man, was granted probation and also was aided by the NCAA.
Yeah.
To get that probation.
Yep.
The NCAA participated. So they're
and also in that article, they really come at. By the way, I just heard from Rocco. We'll get Shadon Brown in about 10 minutes, and we'll close the show out with that.
Okay.
They really went at the NCAA because the NCAA hasn't attended one of these trials across the board. Not one. They haven't sent not one person to any of these trials across the board. Zero. So it's like they've totally distanced themselves from that.
From the whole entire trial.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why I'm like, y'all stop caring about this. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. You can't.
So they can just thumb through the paperwork and say, I like this one.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yep.
I like this one.
Yeah. I like that one, that one, and that one. Okay. We can punish that school, that school, and that
What
school.
will get us more clicks and likes?
Yeah. So I'm like, cool. Whatever. Do what you do, homies. Homeboys. Go win championship this year. Okay.
16 unveiling.
Yeah. So the 16 tomorrow on CBS at 12:30. I suspect Louisville will be a 2 seed. Probably the number 1-2 seed. I'm interested to see where location-wise they put Louisville. And to kind of see who's battling or who Louisville's battling down the stretch here for Indianapolis. Whether that be Louisville as a 2, Indianapolis, or I don't
And
care.
that's just your personal
John back here, he looked it up. The current one has Louisville as a 2 seed playing UC Irvine, with Kansas being the 1 seed.
Yeah, in Indy. Yeah, I saw that with
the current from who?
Joe Lenardi. Okay. So he's got him in there. He's got them in there now, and I think they probably will be in there tomorrow. I'm not a huge, like I said, it doesn't matter. But I do know for the fan base, I went back last night and I watched some of Duke Louisville from the Elite Eight. I watched that second half run, and I mean it's insane how many Louisville fans are in Lucas Oil, and how. So I will say,
so that's the place where you can bully out.
I know, I know there'll be a ton of Louisville fans in there. So I'm like,
were there a ton of fans in the other place when we were up there? I couldn't even tell. I couldn't tell how many fans were up in the when we lost to Michigan.
Yeah, there were quite a few. Yeah.
But we didn't kill it.
Yeah, I thought they did.
I can't believe I can't even give you a snapshot of what the crowd looked like.
Yeah. That's because you've erased it from your mind.
I remember there was an empty section down on the floor right behind the opponent's bench, and that was like Wichita's section or something.
Sure. Yeah, well, you're like, okay, cool.
That's all I remember.
You totally erase it. But, I mean, when I went back and I watched Louisville's on this run, and, I mean, it's just a sea of red. And don't get me wrong now. This is an Elite Eight game. So the Elite Eight game now is even bigger because now you've got 3 other teams are selling their tickets and Louisville fans, 2 other teams are selling their tickets and Louisville fans are really. But I mean, I remember even for the Sweet 16, you had Oregon, you had Oregon up there, you had Duke, Michigan State, and Louisville still flooded that place out. I mean, even against Kentucky that year, Louisville had more fans. Louisville had a day jump on it now in the soil. I will say that because Louisville won the day before. and Kentucky was an 8 seed playing the 1 seed. So Louisville fans, they pretty much felt comfortable buying. But I mean,
okay, 16 come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Louisville will be 5.
How many do you think change between 16 and the real?
Well, I told you the other day, it doesn't change a whole lot
from the first.
Yeah. Majority of them stay roundabout. No 1 seed has ever fell past the 2 seed. No 2 seed has ever, I think, fell past the 3 seed in this. Because while we say there's a lot of ball to be played, there's only 5 weeks till Selection Sunday.
Right, and it's not like they're all, they're going to be point spreads that are big enough to say, okay, this team's good. Like an upset is still an upset.
Sure, absolutely.
And the favorites still usually win.
Yeah. So I think Louisville, like I said, I don't think it'll change a ton. The only caveat I give for that is there's a lot of teams in there that can't really afford losses. San Diego State, Dayton, Gonzaga's already got 1 loss. People forget that. Some of those teams drop another game. They fall back and can't get back to the 1 line. Probably any of those teams lose another game. They can't get to the 1 line. Because San Diego State is playing nobody. They lose a game, they're not getting a 1. They may get a 2, but they're not getting a 1. Gonzaga loses another game. I don't think they're getting
even
a
if
1.
It's just in a tournament.
Yeah, probably getting a 2 because you almost got, if you're San Diego State playing the schedule they're playing, you got to run the table. I mean, and that's not.
Is there any way they don't get a 1 even being undefeated?
No, there is a way.
Yeah, because analytics start kicking in. If you don't have quality wins,
if Louisville won out and won the ACC tournament, you're not getting a 1 seed over that Louisville team, that 3-loss Louisville team.
Mm-hmm.
An ACC regular season and tournament champion? Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Heck, I'll even say Duke for that matter. If Duke won out and won the ACC tournament and didn't lose another game, you're not getting a 1 over that Duke team. It's just not happening. Like, I know it's cute right now. Are you
saying numbers? Are you saying some tournament selection committee? We just can't do it.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think numbers would support it, and you would just say, you just cannot put them.
So would they just say get over it?
Probably.
Would that even be a national story?
No, because it's like, yeah, dude, you're a 2.
That coach would leave immediately too.
You're San Diego State. You're a 2 seed.
That coach would leave that day.
Probably.
He would leave before the tournament started.
Probably.
If he went undefeated and didn't get a 1 seed over a 3-loss Louisville.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, even if you're a coach, man, deep down, you may throw a little bit of a fit, but come on, man. Deep down, you know.
I don't know. I think Coach throws a fit.
Probably. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just saying, man, I think that I do think though Louisville will be a 5. They'll be the top 2, or they'll be number 5, probably the top 2. I'm interested. Like I said, I'm more
5
interested.
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6. I could see somebody.
Do you expect any shockers?
Oh yeah, they'll put a couple in the back end there or they'll switch a couple things up just for show.
Clickbait.
Yeah, but there's some like Louisville. It would be just shock jock to drop them to a 3.
Does Virginia make it in?
Well, they're not in the top 16. Absolutely not. That's all they're doing tomorrow. You're just getting 4 seeds, the top 4 seeds from 4 brackets. So you're not getting a full bracket release tomorrow.
What? I'm gonna have to look at their record. And again, I said it because I'm saying Virginia is 7-4 in the ACC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many complete losses.
They're 15-6. You know the BPI has you with an 85% chance to win tomorrow.
They don't know anything.
I've never looked at a Virginia-Louisville game. and saw 85%.
Is that just like the death knell of jinxes, though?
Yeah.
Because weren't we 85% favored to lose, or expected to lose to Duke?
Right. Yeah.
And we dominated that game.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
But that's my guy right there.
Yep.
For those of you who have been waiting, for those of you who are worried about our psychological well-being, if he didn't join the show today, we give you safeties coach Shadon Brown. Thanks for joining us today on Middays with Marcus Bateman. How you feeling?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Real good. So now we got you here. I have to stick to the script. Everybody knows we get the most difficult question out the way just to loosen up the vibe. I have to ask you, Coach. Day one, you look at your team, and you, just like everybody else, you put a number of wins on this team and on these players. Did you reach your number, and what was that number of wins you expected when you first got here?
Oh, that's a tough one. You're going to start me off with the tough question.
I had to, Coach.
To be brutally honest, I thought we had 3 wins. When I watched this team the first couple of days of spring practice, I said we probably can win 3. And so obviously we exceeded our expectations, and the players did an unbelievable job of picking up what we were teaching and being sponges, and also just giving a championship effort. Some of the games we won because of effort, not because we out-talented anybody, but also I'm a true believer that you win with the best team, not with the best players.
Right.
And so that's what we've got to continue to do, is build our team, as opposed to everybody talking about a star here or there. Well, we got to have the best players at Louisville, not the best team at Louisville, not the best players.
Now, during the season, and I appreciate, again, I appreciate your candor on that one. At some point, they won you over. Now, is it during a practice? Is it Notre Dame game? Because here's the thing. I'm glad you didn't say publicly that you thought it was a 3-win team, because you would have got laughed out of our business. We had, I guess, guys in the media who had seen some of the talent not actually be utilized to its full extent. We knew there was some talent here, but what was the moment where you said, or you looked at the coaches and said, we may have something here? Is it by the time you got to Notre Dame, before then, or sometime in the season?
I would say at halftime of the Notre Dame game. I thought after the way we played in the first half of that game, the way we executed, the way we ran to the ball, the way they did not quit when things went wrong, they kept fighting. And I told one of the assistant coaches in the press box, man, we're going to have a chance to have a good football team if we can stay healthy. And we did that, for the most part, and we're able to have a quality season and upgrade this program.
Now, Coach Brown, I have to ask a question in particular. I don't remember quite when you told this story, but I think it's a good refresher story for those who didn't hear it. You talked about knowing Russ Yeast and his potential and his talent from being from here, or Danville in particular, and kind of wanting to reinvigorate him or kind of light his fire. Can you go back and kind of tell us what that process was like and what went into trying to get him back to where you kind of thought he was, knowing him from being young?
Yeah, so I've known Russ since he was a young player, elementary school when they were living in Danville. The other caveat is Russ's grandfather is a deacon in my home church in Danville. So I've known his family since, I can remember. And he was a really tough, physical, hard-nosed football player in the youth leagues. And obviously I knew he had a passion for the game of football with his dad being a pro player and all those things. But when I got here on campus, the first thing I heard was Russ Yeast is in the transfer portal. And immediately I called his dad and to get a meeting with him, and I wanted to meet with him and try to get his love back for the game, because I think he had lost that over the last couple of years. And anytime you don't love what you're doing, you're not going to be your best. So I had to do something, and I just had an hour-long conversation with him and told him to give us a try, and also use the language that he has transferred because he has a new staff. And there's a new life and a new fire in this program. And he believed and he listened. And after some prodding from his mama, he stayed on with us and ended up moving positions. So he went from corner to safety, which I thought fit his skill set better for our team and our defense. And it was a great move for him and a great move for the Cards. And he had a good first season of basically a full year of playing experience, because he hadn't had that. He actually hadn't played since he was a freshman. And, going a year and a half, I guess, not getting in-game action on defense was hard on him, and I think it hurt his development.
talking with Coach Shadon Brown here on 93.9. How is his health, by the way?
He's doing better. He had surgery. He is on schedule with his rehab. He's doing everything. He works with the training staff 2 times a day. He's on schedule. He's walking. He's off the crutches. So we look forward to him being ready to go by the summer and being ready to go for that opener against NC State.
Coach, Steve Rummage here. I know this is a tough question to answer as far as the little time you've been able to spend with some of the guys, but could you maybe give us somebody, or is there anybody standing out with the early enrollees, or even maybe somebody that redshirted last year, walk on, something that you've kind of noticed standing out from the crowd?
Well, I think there's 2 guys. I think Marquis Lowry as a corner on defense is really standing out. He's a guy that we got on late, and we knew about him early, but we offered him late, and he's been a pleasant surprise. He is really, really fast. I think he will be in the top 2 or 3 guys on our football team in terms of his speed. The other freshman that I think has stood out in the defensive backfield has been Lovey Jenkins, with how he's picked up the things that we're doing. And you can watch both of those 2 freshmen. They're going to be early contributors for us, I think, going into this fall.
Coach, particular question. What need do you feel like you filled the most during this last recruiting cycle?
I feel like defensive line. I thought we needed to get better up front. I thought that hurt us through the end of the season, and with just not necessarily the players, but the sheer numbers. We did not have a large number of guys on any of the lines when we got here. And so we're trying to balance the roster there. So we signed 5 O-linemen and 5 defensive linemen. But I think D-line from the defensive side of the ball, we really addressed some needs there. We got some quickness. We got some girth, because I think that's an area where we needed to get thicker up front. I think we did that. And so I think we'll see the dividends of those guys. Probably not the first couple of games, because it'll take those freshmen some time to get used to the speed of the game. But I think by mid-season, those guys will be ready to turn it on and be ready to give us some quality snaps.
Coach, I got one more for you here regarding recruiting. You're from Danville, so I'm a homegrown. I'm a Bullitt County guy myself, so kind of in the state a little bit. We talk about on here sometimes that there is a little bit of a divide between city and state, in the state of Kentucky. But how have you guys been kind of been received when you go out and recruit? Because this staff really seems to be liked statewide. So I'm curious if that's kind of been, you growing up in it and then seeing it from the coaching aspect of it. I mean, how are you guys received going outside of the city?
Okay, 2-part answer. When I was a high school student growing up, you were a Kentucky fan if you did not live in the metro Louisville area.
Right.
I think that just becomes something I think is maybe bred into the families in those areas. Now, the second piece to it, the answer, since I've been at the University of Louisville, getting out into the state, we're out in every school. We've been out and visited a lot of the schools in the state. Coach Satterfield has been to a lot of the schools in the state, and the reception has been, wow, we're so happy to see Louisville. We didn't know Louisville recruited here. Those types of things, and we recruit where there's good players. And we're a personable staff. I think people see that. We're an open-door policy in terms of high school coaches. And I think people see us when we're out speaking and in the media as well as out and about. We're normal guys. We're just a normal, good old country boy, no different from a guy from Eastern Kentucky or Southeast Kentuckians that we've added from parts of the state that never would even consider the University of Louisville, as well as we signed 3 guys this year from the state of Kentucky, and we're continuing to try to make inroads and win some of those battles against the guys down the street. But we feel like the people are know who we are, and we're knowing who they are, which always leads to a kid choosing us over somebody else and staying in Louisville or coming to Louisville because they feel comfortable with us and the staff. But you are right. I think the old way of thinking was if you're not in the city of Louisville, you're a Kentucky fan. If you're in the city of Louisville, you're a Louisville fan. But I think we're starting to win some of those guys over, and they're coming on over to the good side.
Talking with Coach Shadon Brown, safeties coach. Speaking of kind of normalizing down to earth, how do you enjoy your life around the city of Louisville? You know, when you're not like, I know we're all grinders at our professions, but how do you enjoy your activities outside of football, or are you just 110% football guy?
I'm definitely not 110% football, but I enjoy spending time with my family, my kids, doing things with them around the city. The Dave and Buster's, the movies, any of those types of things that are fun for kids is usually what I'm doing. I play golf, but I'm not a golfer.
Right.
So I get my enjoyment of seeing the kids play sports and being involved in what they're doing. We spend so much time here developing our team and our players. When I have time away, I like to spend it with my family. And the great thing about this staff and our head coach is he gives us time to do that, and he understands true family. We have it up in our building, but we truly live it. And I can't say that for every college football staff in the country, but we live it here, and it's enjoyable to have a head coach that understands that and gives you time to do that. So I'm really enjoying being back home as well.
Now, Coach Brown, don't get yourself in trouble if you can't answer this question. Which one has that football fire, Braylon or Keenan?
Oh, probably Keenan. Keenan is the one that sleeps with his equipment on. Braylon is a guy that I think he is engaged to whatever sport he's playing. So if he's in baseball season, he's all baseball. Football, he's all football. But Keenan, my youngest son, he is all football. And now I do think Braylon will end up being a coach because he watches games and he's always talking about the X's and O's of the game. But I think he just kind of goes with the flow, whereas the other one is bought into football all the way.
Well, Coach, listen, I really, really appreciate you taking the time. I appreciate the insight. I definitely look forward to trying to get you on again a little closer to the season. Good luck. Keep on, like I said, stay on that recruiting path, stay on that recovery. Congratulations on your success so far. Looking forward to hearing from you again.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys supporting us, and go Cards.
Absolutely, Coach. That was Coach Shadon Brown, the safeties coach.
I appreciate his answers with the question that you asked. I thought that was
it too harsh?
No, I mean not now.
No, yeah, no.
He would have been in season.
No,
yeah.
But here's the thing, I don't think that would be hard to say. You know, this is what I thought on day one, because that's naturally an unfair judgment before you even test the kids, mettle.
And I appreciate his answer on, I'm aware of the fact that when you get out from here,
right,
there's some, it's different,
right,
it's different,
bred in, too.
Yeah, it's different, and that was really insightful from him, man. So and he gave us a couple names, Lovey Jenkins. He gave us a few names there, Marquis Lowry. So some names to keep an eye on in spring ball